So it's a new day, and it's new Destiny content. And today, do I have a spicy one for you? We have massive leaks on the Destiny 2 scene and what's going to be happening in the final shape. Now I will also say a quick spoiler warning now, this will be content that is supposed to be released with the final shape. So if you don't want to know that, then I recommend you don't watch this video. But for all of you who do want to watch, let's dive right into it. Cue the intro. Hi guys, I'm Viper and welcome to the channel. Now this is a spoiler warning again, just to let you all know that this is information that is supposedly coming out with the final shape. Now it is looking that the final shape is going to be a battle between the Witness and Xivu Arath. Now the season 22-23 is probably going to what's going to lead up to the campaign for the final shape, and Xivu Arath will make an appearance in that lot because she's been hiding in the shadows and that lot. So that's most likely what's going to happen in, say, season 23 and 24. It's probably going to have something along them lines, or storyline along them lines. Now, I will say, this English in this little transcript I'm seeing here is really difficult to read, so please bear with me if I get a few things wrong here, but I won't get them wrong. It's just like I might pause for a second while I'm trying to figure out the English, but here we go. So the story is going to be 12 missions long, and it is including with the Witness, Xivu Arath. But it is apparently playing out on the course of the missions throughout the campaign. It'll be a conflict between Xivu Arath and the Witness, and I can see it where we'll probably be getting some of our new ability as well. So when we go through the missions, it doesn't actually say nothing about the missions, but it does say for the final missions that Xivu Arath and the Witness will fight, and the Witness will die, but he will survive. He will lose his original body, so his Mega Mind one, which we all seen, that one, he's going to lose that fight, and that's going to go. And then when he comes out of his body, that is his final shape. Now bear with me, this will make sense in a minute. Now when I've gone through this 10 times, that's how bad it is hard to get it right. The fact that his final shape is when he comes out of his body, so he is the Darkness, and he's fighting in a raid. It'll most likely be a raid. It says raid or dungeon here, but it will most likely be a raid, and it will be no pushover. It will be compared to contest mode raid difficulty. Now Xivu Arath escapes at the end of the campaign's mission apparently, and she makes it out, but when she makes it out and escapes, she goes inside the Traveller. So she actually goes inside the Traveller, and whilst inside the Traveller, that's what we're going to go and do. We're going to go and fight her in the raid. So we'll kill Xivu Arath and the Worm Gods in the raid, and then once we've done the raid, now massive spoiler warning, we finally get to see that the Traveller was forced, well, a woman was in there, and she's forced to be the paracausal body for the Traveller. So just like the Witness inside the Traveller, so like in one of my previous videos where I said I bet there's someone inside it, yes, there's a woman in there, and she is the light. So the Witness is the Darkness, and the woman, don't know her name, doesn't say it here, but the woman inside, she's going to be the light. Now apparently we need to help her escape, because when the Witness cut into the Traveller, it did damage her body, and she will die, because Bungie, excuse me, pretty much wants to kill off the Light and Darkness characters fully, so they can start a new saga from the ground up without using similar allies or enemies. Future Viper here. Now I forgot to say in that last little part there that the rescuing of the female inside of the Traveller will be done in a post-raid activity. So that's the campaign. The campaign will be the seasons leading up to it, so next season probably not, but the season after that and the season for that, it'll be you'll fighting the Hive at some point. I can see that the Witch Queen will probably come onto our side, because we've got obviously Mithrax Kel with the Fallen, Keitel with the Cabal, so I could see obviously the Awoken as well, Marisov, but I can see the Witch Queen with the light bearing Hive being on our side as well. So that's what the campaign will be. The campaign will be the final like fight between Ziva, Wrath and the Witness, because the other sister, and then the Witness will lose his body, like the female body of the woman who's inside the Traveller. She's going to obviously be dying because the Witness cut into her, which is so she dies, and then the Witness dies, so the Light and Dark will die and end off. But it goes on to say, before the final shape, the Guardians learn of the Veil and the big portal on the Traveller, which is the Veil as a portal. Then the start of the final shape, the portal will lead to the destination, so wherever inside the Traveller is, and then that destination, it doesn't actually say the name of the destination, but that destination will contain everything of Destiny pretty much. It will contain portions of Sunset content and D1 content, so we'll get the planets and contain relics of the Witness, which will then allow us to obtain our new subclass after the Guardians are done studying the relics, which will end up being called Trinity and will be red, black and an orange colour scheme. Subclass, kind of like Solar and Siva and a little bit of Void, all combined into one. And then we will fully unlock that subclass post campaign and raid. So you'll probably get the most of it from the campaign and then just get a few more little aspects or something once you've done the raid. Now, we do get access to the portal once we fully learn about the Veil in the seasons before the final shape, as I was just previously saying. Well, I was guessing that, so it says that there. Which then we create a device with Banshee, or Clovis, as we all know him, to be able to go through the portal without dying. Now, Banshee is the first one to go through the portal because he's willing to die if it meant the Guardians would live, because he fully has now learned all about Clovis Bray and what Clovis Bray actually tried to do. So he's learned all about that. So the Banshee 44 does a well, doesn't do himself any favours and goes through the portal, and then he ends up dying, so we can then learn about it and then go through without therefore dying ourselves. So that is what I've well, to be honest, like the English on this thing was so bad, I'm surprised I even got through that. But yeah, it's that's basically what the campaign's going to be, and the seasons leading up to it, so from say I'd say season 22 and 23 would be them. I would say that's what's going to probably go and happen, and then the final shape will happen, and obviously we'll have all the big content, and the saga will finally come to an end. So there we have it then, guys. The Witness will die at the hands of Siva Wrath. Then the final shape of the Witness is what we are most likely going to go and kill in a raid. Then after the raid is completed by World's First, congratulations on whoever that will be when it happens, but when the raid has been completed, then another mission will come up where we will go inside the Traveller and find out that the Traveller is actually a woman inside there, just like the Witness is the Darkness in the Pyramid ships. So yeah, it's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Let's hope it does play out good. It's glad that they put it on hold for another year to make the story even better. That's better, because if this was the end of it, then oh my god, it would have been bad. But it's good that they have left it another year to make the game, make it even more better. But let's just hope it is better. Now, before I do go, guys, I will tell you a little bit of information I found out about the upcoming seasons as well. So next season, the season of Deep, we're going to get some quests on Neomuna, and we will learn more about the Veil. And we will not be satisfied still about what we find out. Questions will still need to be answered. But we will also get a new dungeon, and in this dungeon there will be a secret area where we'll also learn a little bit more about the Veil on Neomuna. Now, you will either need to own Lightfall Deluxe, the annual pass, or the dungeon key to activate this, you know, because Bungie have got even more money to make on this free to try game, because boy, it is not free to play. Oh no, is it not? And then in the upcoming season of 22, there's a very light story, very light apparently. There's a few Veil Neomuna references that probably impact, and probably, well, they say it impacts and are part of the overacting story, and we'll get another quest that finishes off the Lightfall story and wrap up the story to the Veil on Neomuna, similar to the story of how the Deep Quest dungeon will be, where it leads us to understand the nature of the Veil, and the players also must own Lightfall, as this will not be part of this season. And then in season 23 we get yet another dungeon, and this time it is of Tormentors, and there will be yet another secret area where this mural of the Witness and the Traveller are. And then this sets us up for the final shape. Well, thanks for coming and watching the video, guys. I really do appreciate that you did watch it. And if you did like it, please go down there and smash the little like button. It's the only sponsor that I do have. And why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out loads here at the channel. It's a small little thing that you do, and it's massive here on my side. And I really do appreciate it, thank you very much. And as always, guys, I shall see you on the battlefield. And eyes up, Guardian. This is Viper, signing out.